Welcome, BetterMen friends. Today I want to talk about your story, the story you tell yourself, and the need that you have to change your story if you're going to make important changes in your life. So let me give you a few examples of what that story could be. And I'm going to tell you about a few of the men who are in our groups here without using their names, but their stories might be familiar to you. So one man's story is that his wife will never be loving and sexual in the way that he wants and needs. That's his story. He tells himself over and over again that his wife is incapable of being that woman for him. Another man's story is he's unhappy in his corporate job. And he probably just has to come to terms with it and accept it because he's stuck. Another man's story is that he'll never find the woman he's looking for, at least not an American woman, because they're all entitled and they really don't know how to take care of men. Now, these stories seem as if they're the absolute truth to these men. This is how they see the world. Now, they can sit in a room with other men and hear from the other men who don't see the world that way, who don't see the circumstance that way. And in time, they begin to see that they are telling themselves a story, and they've told themselves that story so many times that it seems like the truth, when in fact it's not. And in each of these cases, the man who doesn't have the wife he wants because she's not sexual and loving, the man who feels stuck in his job and he has no options, the man who feels and is afraid that he's never going to find a good woman because all women here are entitled and don't know how to care for men. These men can change that story because it's not true. It's just based on experiences that they've had as kids growing up, and then recreating that same sort of situation as they moved on into manhood. So the story that we tell ourselves is very important. And you need to start thinking about what are the stories that you tell yourself about the limitations in your life, about just how compassionate and wonderful and full of joy your relationship could be, about what your options are in terms of work and making your place in the world. The stories are important, and we really protect those stories. So think about what they are, and think about what you want your life to become, and start imagining, if you changed your story, how your life could become more like that. We are so much our stories, and if you want to be that happier, better, more successful man, you're going to have to start creating those stories for yourself.